student groups. Got to represent Feral Powell from the Democracy Insurgent. He's going to talk about...
Feral Powell!
Feral Powell!
Yeah, Feral Powell!
I'll hand it over to him now.
Dude, what's up? How was your birthday? Sorry, I was getting naked.
Mic check. Mic check. Whoops. Alright, so Obama promised changes, and we put our hope in them. By giving $1 billion to bankers while working class students are facing devastating tuition hikes is not change. Forcing UW workers and TAs out of their jobs is not change. This is not the change we signed up for. There are a lot of us here today who put Obama in the White House by our hard work. But now, instead of change, we're hearing from our politicians that we're the ones who need to sacrifice in these hard times. Well, students of color are tired of these sacrifices. Our peoples have sacrificed for centuries to fight for our right to get an education. And we're sick and tired of this. So we're not about to let that slip away from us as UW becomes less accessible and less affordable for students like us. This isn't just happening at the UW. It's happening at Wazoo, Western Washington, Seattle Central, Seattle U. They're closing inner city schools and building a $200 million jail to house youth of color that they're trying to kick to the curb. Well, funding for our education is getting cut. Secretary of Defense Robert Gates gave a 4% increase to the military budget. Why is the government spending more money on wars and occupations than on funding us students? We will not accept a single percentage point cut to our tuition, to our education funding. In fact, we demand a 4% increase at the very least if the government is able to give a 4% increase to the military. So how are we going to pay for this? Well, Microsoft and Boeing are swimming in profit. We want to tax Microsoft these profits right now to fund our education. Olympia, are you hearing us? We also have $1.7 billion in this university's endowment funds, and we want to tap in that money now. Mark Emmert, are you hearing us? Yo, we want to give this money to women, to queer folks, to students of color, because we know every time budget cuts come rolling around, we're the first ones to get screwed. We're the first ones to not be able to attend to the university, to have to pay back loans for the rest of our lives. So we're sick and tired of this today. Mark Emmert, are you hearing us? Students across the nation, from NYU to Hampshire College, from the USC to the University of Illinois, are fighting back. We are not alone. We do have power. We can change the university. These students from these universities did not do that by simply writing to their legislators. They did it by building organizations, building movements. we don't know if and when or how much they'll actually be able to deliver. We can't fight when it's already too late. We've got to fight now! Democracy Insurgent, the group I'm a part of, we've been organizing all year to fight for and demand that money be spent on education and not for wars and occupations in Afghanistan, in Iraq, and in Palestine. We're here to fight these budget cuts, and we urge that you all do too. We circulate